he was simply ignoring me. So I formed a plan to get the car back. I wrote a note on the back of my business card saying, I got your car, it's safe, your check is no good, so please call me to settle up the bill. One of my guys went down to the practice facility, left the card in the player's locker, and drove the car back to my garage. Well, very shortly thereafter, I get an irate phone call from this guy screaming at me, where's my car? My clothes are in the back seat. My toothbrush is in that car. I said, listen to me, the car is safe in the back of my garage. All you need to do is pay me with a certified cashier's check, and we're done, and you can have your car. He's still screaming. I'm coming down there. We've got a big problem. So I said, come on down, and he did. And this guy showed up with another teammate and client of mine. And he was hot, angry, riled up. And honestly, it got very heated. The guy tried to throw a punch, although it didn't land on me. He wanted to call the cops, and of course, I said, you should go ahead and do that. So the Suffolk County Police eventually showed up, and it turned out to be a cop that I went to high school with, which was a friend of mine. He really helped to get this baller to calm down, and everybody took a long, deep breath. And again, I reiterated my position. And all I needed was a certified payment, and this guy could have his car. But this player kept making excuses like the bank was closed, it was Friday. He just would not commit to finding a legitimate payment for me. So I came up with a plan on the fly. Remember, this guy had brought his teammate with him to ride shotgun on this misadventure, and I turned to him and said, listen to me. I know you. We've done business together. Why don't you front your buddy the money? You pay me, and all this gets settled, and I'll take your check. This guy was big, and his eyes lit up, and his jaw dropped, because now he was getting financially involved. But he did it. He cut me a check for the work, and as they were getting ready to leave, I remember him saying to his pal, I'm not playing with you. You will get that money back to me. This goes to show you, even some of the athletes struggle with money. But this is not obvious how it usually goes down. The average Joe on the street may expect a shop like mine to be like a dealership, with a guy sitting behind a desk ordering parts on a computer. That's not the experience you're going to be getting at Unique. It's going to be more personable. My client comes in. We may sit around on the couch, talk about music, talk about the game that was on last night. We'll kick it like that first. Then we'll get into the needs of the car and just give him my ideas. And then he'll be like, you know what, Will? Yeah, let's go with that. So in that respect, I'm more like a car lifestyle consultant. And my clients, by the nature of who they are demanding of my time and effort, just like you, would be with a concierge at a fancy hotel. And here's something very important. Trust is the biggest factor. In this ultra luxurious car world, if a client thinks I'm only interested in making the sale and then so long and thanks for everything, I fail completely. I don't operate that way. After the car leaves, I have to be ready 24 hours a day for that phone call, because the cars that I build are not museum pieces. They are being driven every day. One day, I received a call from Mark LaBelle, Shady Records. And the next thing I know, I'm talking to Eminem, who is trying to get his car stereo to work for his daughter. I had to talk him through it, and frankly, it was a privilege for me. Most people in the auto industry don't get to work every day with Busta Rhymes, Billy Joel, Nas, Pamela Anderson, and all the other artists and entertainers like them. So there's a trust factor there. This kind of client is going to call you at all sorts of times of the night. They don't want to deal with a dealership that's closed. One night it was Busta saying a cab had hit his car, and he needed another car delivered to him immediately. Another night, it was Fat Joe telling me he had a flat tire and a cracked rim, and I need to go help him on I-95 right away. And then able to get the